Hey, y'all, this is Jimmy Dillon checking in from Santa Cruz, California. If you listen carefully, you can hear the Pacific Ocean out there, waves breaking. I just wanted to, I'm doing a couple ideas. I wanted to walk around Santa Cruz because I'm new here. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, as a musician, how do we go about getting gigs, approaching, venues, or whether sometimes it's better to go a different route, as in perhaps house concerts. I'm finding that's a really good choice, especially if, like me, I'm known in certain areas, like up in San Francisco, I can play the bigger venues. But here in Santa Cruz, which is south quite a bit, I'm not known because I just moved here from Maui, as many of you may know. So what's occurred to me was I was just negotiating a possible gig at a place here that's a funky little place, and one that frankly I wouldn't probably consider up in San Francisco because it's too small for what I do. But I have to sort of, I sort of have to right size myself here and understand that I'm not really known here like I am in other places, whether it's Maui or San Francisco or Europe or wherever I've been. So my point is, I want to talk to you personally about this, because it doesn't really matter what level you're on, if you've got a body of work, or if you're able to accompany yourself on guitar or whatever instrument you play, and maybe you got a couple of friends that you play with, there might be a place for you in the house concert series kind of deal. So there's a lot of people out there that are music lovers. They have great houses or yards or whatever it is, or it could be funky too. It doesn't have to be fancy, that's for sure. But what they do is and I've done a lot of these, whether I've done them in barns in the Midwest, and I've done really fancy houses here in Northern California. Lots of different ways to do it. Done Maui too. But what happens there is sometimes people will have a consortium of friends that are music lovers too, and it's an easy ticket sale. It's really a kind of a donation sort of thing. And what you'll find is, what I found anyway, is those gigs pay a lot better than trying to bust into a club scene, and do like a pub crawl or whatever it is, because there's so many people competing for those gigs. And these are people walking by, don't worry about them, and the waves behind me. There's so many people competing for that often there's just, not a lot of dough to be made. Not that we're trying to get rich here, but at least make it worth our while. And B, it's just so darn competitive that it's very difficult to get in. And I'm even finding that to be true here in Santa Cruz because I'm new here. So I wanted to just test this out and see if anybody is perhaps interested in my view, my perception on how to get out there and play in front of people without having to kill yourself and compromise yourself getting into club rooms and stuff, because that can really be difficult. Sometimes it works, depends on what you are, what you got in your arsenal, whether you're an electric band or a small ensemble or what it is. But there's open mics, and then there's everything else, right? So if we consider house concerts, sorry about that, I blocked the camera, that might be a good choice. So hit me up, let me know what you think. See you down the road.